Myself, Anil Kumar, going to take up the classes for computer-aided statistical methods for B.Tech students of CS and IT. So there are various topics in that subject. We are going to start with the topics probability, which you are familiar in earlier classes. Now come to the point. We are starting with the probability. We know that there are two basic formulas in the probability. One is PE plus PE bar is equal to 1, where P is the probability of event of happening. P is the probability of event of happening, probability of event of happening, and PE bar is equal to probability of event of not happening, probability of event of not happening, probability of event of not happening. You know, sum of probability of event of happening and sum of event of happening and not happening equal to 1. So PE plus PE bar is equal to 1. By this equation, PE is equal to 1 minus PE bar, or PE bar is equal to 1 minus PE. And probability of event of happening lies between 0 and 1. PE less than 9. So probability of event of happening lies between 0 and 1. See the question. If a coin is tossed successively 3 times, determine the probability of getting exactly 2 heads, at least 2 heads, at most 2 heads. Here the question is, a coin is tossed successively 3 times. As we know, when a coin is tossed 1 time, the probability of getting head is 1 by 2, and probability of getting tail is 1 by 2. But in the question it is telling, a coin is tossed successively 3 times. A coin is tossed successively 3 times is equal to 3 coins is tossed 1 time. Whenever the coin is tossed more than 1 time, we are going to use the formula 2 to the power of n. How many coins are here? A coin is tossed successively 3 times. 3 times. So put 3 in place of n. 2 cube is equal to 8. So there are 8 possible outcomes. So first write the 8 possible outcomes. So what the possible outcomes may be head, tail, head, tail, head, tail, head, tail, head, tail, head, tail, tail, head, tail, head, tail. These are the 8 possible outcomes when a coin is tossed 3 times. Now, come to the first point. He is asking, find the probability of getting exactly 2 heads. Find the probability of getting exactly 2 heads is equal to number of favorable outcomes by number of favorable outcomes by total number of outcomes. Number of favorable outcomes by total number of outcomes. Total number of outcomes. So what is asking exactly 2 heads? So in the possible outcome, see where the exactly 2 heads are coming. Here exactly 2 heads. Here exactly 2 heads. Here exactly 2 heads. Here 3 tails are coming. Here 1 head is coming. Here 1 head is coming. Here 1 head is coming. Here 3 heads are coming. So I are left with 3 where exactly 2 heads are coming. So number of favorable outcomes is 3. Total number of outcomes is 8. So 3 by 8. So whenever the coin is tossed 3 times, to get it, we are getting exactly 2 heads is equal to 3 by 8. Now come to the point. At least 2 heads. Probability of getting at least 2 heads. So probability of getting at least 2 heads is equal to number of favorable outcomes. Number of favorable outcomes. Same formula. Number of favorable outcomes by total number of outcomes. Total number of outcomes. What is asking? At least 2 heads. At least 2 heads is nothing but 2 are more than 2. 2 are more than 2 means 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here 2 heads are coming. Here 2 heads are coming. Here 2 heads are coming. At least 2 heads means 2 are more than 2. Here 3 heads are coming. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So number of favorable outcomes is equal to 4. Total number of outcomes is equal to 8. 4 1 are 4 2 is equal to 1 by 2. Now come to the third point. At most 2 heads. Probability of getting at most 2 heads. Same write the formula. Number of favorable outcomes by number of at most 2 heads. At most 2 heads is nothing but P of 0 head plus P of 1 head plus P of 2 head. At most 2x means 2 are less than 2, including 0. So P of no head, P of no head plus P of one head plus P of two head, because he is asking at most two heads. If he asked at most three heads means you have to take P of three heads. Here he is asking two heads, so P of no head plus P of one head plus P of two heads. So P of no head is three tails. Here no head is there, so 1 by 8 plus P of one head. See where the one head is coming. 1, 2, 3. Here one head, here one head, here one head. So 3 by 8 plus P of two head. P of two head. 1, 2, 3. 3 by 8 is equal to say 1 by 8. Now see the next question. Here in a housing society, half of the families have single child per family, while remaining half have two children per family. Find the probability that child picked at random have siblings. This is the question asked in GATE 2014 for CS branch. Now let the number of families, let the number of families, let the number of families have single child. Let number of families have single child is equal to X. Let the number of families have single child is equal to X. Next, let the number of families, let the number of families have two child or sibling. Let the number of families have two child or sibling. Two child or sibling is equal to 2x. So total number of children, total number of children is equal to x plus 2x is equal to 3x. What is asking in the question? Find the probability that child picked at random have sibling. So probability of having sibling is equal to, again use the same formula, number of favorable outcome by total number of outcomes. Number of favorable outcomes by total number of outcomes. Here families have sibling is equal to 2x. Total outcomes is 3x is equal to 2 by 3 is equal to 0. That's solution.